Hey everyone, today I'm joined by Nick Daragowskev from aVers Cloud Solutions. aVers Cloud Solutions is a 100% cloud-based bookkeeping practice that also specializes in cash flow management for small and medium businesses. Nick has over 10 years of experience in the field as a certified data engineer, combining his passion for accounting to deliver A-class cash flow visualization reports to clients. Nick, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
No, cool. So, I mean, if we put on the accounting practice hat, now, with more and more pieces of technology, integrations, forecasting, data visualization applications that are coming to the market, as an accounting practice owner, how do you recommend going about ascertaining whether I should introduce an existing app or whether I should hire a developer to create my own bespoke app?
Bespoke app is always the last option, and to be avoided at all costs.
Yeah.
Unless there, we develop bespoke solutions to our clients, and the condition usually for it is they're quite large. Yes, they can afford it, obviously, to start with, but they can implement that on a large scale. They can use economy of scale, scale it up.
Yeah.
If you're talking about an accounting practice with 7 accountants and you create your own thing for only 7, then that's kind of why is it going to pay, especially if you don't do it yourself. If I write the code and we have internal development team full-time, that's another thing. If you're hiring a contractor to do it, it will cost you 10 times more. Because and then they will ask you, when you want to introduce an improvement to it, the previous team who you contracted doesn't do it, you're hiring a new one. Now they want to rebuild the whole thing because they don't understand what they previously built. And yes, it can be documented, blah, 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 but it never happens. So when you're entering into the bespoke development, and it seems to be like cheap and you hire them overseas and it costs peanuts comparing to what it used to cost, it still will cost you a lot of money.
Definitely.
Especially people don't understand how expensive mobile apps are and how frequently they need to be maintained. So what is all this all about? This is about find a solution that you need to work for you. It's not okay, let me put it this way. When you're implementing a new piece of software, the logic there is not to make that software work the way you want. It's a Procrustean thing. You will adjust your organization to work how that particular tool is working. Yes, you can provide the feedback to the software developers till the cows come home about that you want this, and that, and they told you that it's going to be developed in half a year. Usually half a year in development terms is just 3 years. I know that, I do it. So you get something that is already working. Someone else invested all this money into it. You pay them small subscription fee. They're happy. You should be even more happy because you didn't need to do all this development. But the downside there, you have to adjust the processes within to make it work.
And that's exactly right. If you think about it like an investment time frame, right? Your investment cost at time 0 is refining your processes internally to generate time saving, money saving in the long term.
Not even talking about expenses and R&D side of things, because if you're developing it for your internal use, that's a completely different kettle of fish. And accountants mainly listen to this so they understand it, because it's not an R&D in majority of cases, vast majority of cases.
Exactly.
So, but basically now you have this expense that you write off on a regular basis, but the only downside that piece of software is not designed to work around your business. Your business now not to fit in within. And with this attitude, you can adopt much more than you ever could.
Yeah.
Because there's a little bit, in my opinion, arrogant attitude, and I do buy a lot of software for my company. It will do a lot of damage, because then you go, oh yeah, but they promised that it would do that. Oh, but I thought that it would do that, and this constant blame game will only downgrade. If you adopt the attitude, I will need to adjust my business to whatever the software does, and everything would be fine. I don't know if it's useful or not, but
I think that's exactly the type of insights we were looking for, because I think, a lot of feedback is at within support sessions, or just even prospect feedback is, but that's not how I'm doing things now. And as you said, you do need to shift the way your business processes are now, because you're introducing an automated process. So it's a bit of, kind of strategic thinking from the business perspective, and understanding where am I finding efficiencies in other processes through introducing this application. So yeah, no, you've hit the nail on the head in terms of the type of insights we're looking at. And I mean, look, to close things out, right? Outside of your typical data visualization tools and Google Data Studio like products, for other accounting practices, bookkeeping professionals listening, what are some key areas that you think they can find easy wins through implementing different types of integrations and software tools across their practice?
Choose one piece of software. So if you are dealing with accounting, I don't believe you would be the best advisor if you are a specialist in MyOb, Xero, QuickBooks Online, and everything else. Choose one. If you are dealing within the area of point of sale systems, choose one. You're with Vend, or you're with Deer, or you're with Square, or whatever that might be, that will, because then that is much easier to acquire clients rather than going out there and saying, I know everything. Because yes, you might know a lot about each of these systems, but with time, it would be very difficult to maintain knowledge across all of them. And betting on a particular type of software, especially at the beginning when they're just emerging, is very difficult. So you just need to make a decision. It's a gamble. Nowadays, it's a little bit easier because markets are a little bit more stable. So we have obvious winners in point of sale systems for cafes. Or retail stores, or e-commerce. There are few options that you need to know, just one that you work with. And it's much easier to acquire clients. You know that system really well. Someone gives you a call and says, okay, we have this problem with the stock because and you can, boom, this is the solution for this system. We can implement it. This is the cost. Or rather than, oh yeah, let me give a call. We have this IT guy who can come in and who can solve the problem, and who's kind of specialist in everything. Then that's a completely different conversation. So sale then would be much easier if you specialize only in one. So my business partner, she is not with engineering, but she's actually a scientist. She's in biology. But she also has her strengths in the integrations. So she knows particular products really well in the industry. And when people talk to her, she can quickly, because she already dealt with these problems before. I have my stack of particular things. So when people, for example, come to me and say, oh, we're using Office 365, and saying, okay, that's not me. You need someone else. I'm a Google guy. So I can help you with the rerouting a massive amount of accounts payables through your Google system. When it comes to Microsoft, you need someone else. And that is very important with all these data flows. So pick your point of sale system, pick your e-commerce system or whatever, pick your, I don't know, if you're dealing with hairdressers, pick a particular system that deals with that. That would be my tip for the easy wins, and specialize only in one.
Yeah, no, look, again, Nick, thank you so much for your time today. Really valuable insights, and I'm sure the audience really appreciate it as well. Thanks again.
No worries. Thank you.